This is a Tru Inferno explosion.
YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is Dancing Tru Inferno with another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 commentary video on YouTube. Bam! That's it. But today's topic is gonna be a topic that was briefly talked about on another commentator's channel. I'm not gonna say who, cause he do not need any more publicity at all. I need it. I need it all. But anywho, though, we're gonna talk about controversies. Now, just by me saying that, some of y'all might know who I'm talking about already. But we're gonna talk about it differently. You know, we're gonna talk about all the well-known controversies that most of you been. I don't want to say, I'm trying to find the right word here. Shoved in your faces, I guess. I guess we can say that. But whatever the case may be, let's get it. And I must say, you know, whether they're true or not, or obviously, the majority of these, rather, are not true. Except for one that I think is true, rather. And basically, I'm just going to give you a list of controversies, and I'm going to give you my opinions on them. So let's get into it. Now, one of the most well-known controversies, and it's still talked about to this very day, here and there, wherever, is whether or not George Bush is responsible for 9/11. Now, this is a funny one because I would be one of the very first ones, or close to it, to being one of the very first ones, who walk around and say, yes, he is. You know, because I really didn't like George Bush. I never liked George Bush. And the controversy was, you know, this was done so he can purposely start a war against Iraq, against Afghanistan, so he could try to get revenge for his father, or it was something like that. Well, even though I would be one of the first ones or close to it that said, oh yeah, that's true, but let's be realistic here. No, that is not true. I doubt anybody in their right mind would take over an airplane and purposely crash it into the Twin Towers, the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, or even at the Pentagon in DC. I doubt anybody would give up their life for George Bush. I sure as heck wouldn't. So I'm pretty sure those guys would. Another reason why that's not true is because I sincerely doubt that George Bush would tell these guys, hey, crash this airplane at the Pentagon. No, that's kind of too close to home. We're not Texas, outside of Texas, obviously. But, so, yeah, common sense there. That controversy is not true. Now, whether he start the war to get revenge on his father, that's a different story. You know, that's a different topic. I don't have enough evidence to say yes or no or anything like that, because I'm being realistic here. So, I'm not going to get into that one. Now, the next controversy, or the next couple of controversies, all involve entertainment. Entertainers, rather. And the first one is Jay-Z. Now the question here is Jay-Z a part of the Illuminati? That was, obviously, at one point, that was a hot topic because during the time when Blueprint 3 was coming out, or when it came out, whatever the case may be, and then, you know, that On to the Next One video where they had flaming basketballs, a goat with horns, a red goat with horns. And, you know, you had the dynasty symbol, you had the eyes, you had the dollar bills, you had the number 3s. You have all this stuff talking about, oh, he went to Illuminati, he represents the devil and blah, 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 you know, all this stuff. First off, I'm going to tell you why, you know, that is completely not true. The reason why that's not true is this. You got to just imagine it, just picture it. If the Illuminati is this, which is another controversy in itself, if the Illuminati ever is this, really is this, who do you think would be in it? Like the type of people would be in the Illuminati? And when I mean the type, I don't mean people who worship the dead. No, I ain't talking about, you know, just those cats. I'm talking about like the I'm stereotypical about this, unfortunately, which is something I do not like to do, something that I try my hardest not to do. But everybody does it whether it's on purpose or accidentally, so I can't get around it. My image of Illuminati member is like somebody who is high society, have lots of money, who don't really work. What I mean by work as in like the hard labor or anything like that. The type of cat who would sit in the office and do nothing and tell the people what to do. That's the type of person I see in the Illuminati. And they are mostly either, and again, I'm not trying to rub people the wrong way, not trying to be stereotypical or racist or anything, but those type of people are either going to be, Caucasians, mostly Caucasians, really. And if it was ever an African American, that person would have to be raised properly, like really raised properly. He can't come from the streets. He can't be associated with drugs, as in going out there and selling the drugs or anything like that. Basically like a Carlton Banks type of cat, but on a grander scale. That's the type of people who I can see being in the Illuminati, and Jay-Z do not fit that. Like some of y'all may say, oh, he fit that now, but overall, no. Because he was raised, in the Marcy Projects in Brooklyn or wherever, and he's a rapper. I just don't see rappers being in the Illuminati, no matter how big they are, or how popular they are, or how powerful they are, or how wealthy they are. I just can't see rappers or hip-hop artists being in the Illuminati. So with that said, let's go down the list. Nas, no, because of the same thing. Because he was another one, because he's at one point signed with Def Jam, and him and Jay-Z, did a lot of projects together, so everybody was like, oh, now it's part of the Illuminati. Nope. So same thing with him. Kanye West, because him and Jay-Z did a lot of projects. And that answer is no, because he came from Chicago. I'm not sure he was a gangster or a thug from Chicago, but obviously he had a rough. But he's unorthodox. He's unusual. And I don't think he will fit the Illuminati. And then it was a little controversy about Rihanna too, because they did that one song together. I can't even think of the name of him, Jay-Z, and Rihanna. I mean Kanye. And they did that one song together. They're like, oh, Rihanna in it too. I'm like, no. I'm like, first off, if Rihanna was in the Illuminati, what happened between her and Chris Brown would have never happened. Or if it did, Chris Brown would never be big as he is now. Again, he would still be in jail, basically. Or he would be dead. Like, there would be no way Chris Brown would get away with beating up an Illuminati member. Nah. So, that's the main proof right there. Okay, enough for the Illuminati talk. Another controversy that came up over there is that not a lot of people talked about, but I believe it's true, is NBA referees determine basketball games. I actually believe that, If you would have saw that story they did on Tim Donaghy, for those of you who don't know or don't remember, he's the crooked referee who will go out and bet on these NBA games that he will be officiating, and he will go out and fix the game so he can win these bets. And he got caught, and he got sent to jail. They did a story on him that was aired on live television, and he was saying like there was a bunch of referees who will go out and purposely go after certain basketball players. Like I forgot what he said. Like one time, Latrell Sprewell, he said something about an official in this one game, so the next game, the officials would go after him hard. Same thing with Allen Iverson, So it wasn't like they were purposely trying to, in some cases rather, they was purposely trying to dictate the games, but they was getting back at certain players. So when I heard that, and that really made, like, you had to see it. You had to find it, you had to watch it. And when I saw it, it was actually making sense to me. So now, that's one of the main reasons why I don't watch the NBA like I used to. The other reason because the Detroit Pistons aren't what they used to be. But it's because these referees do sometimes make these bogus calls to try and fix these games or try and attack certain superstars or whatever. You know, so that's why I don't watch the NBA as much. And now we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of controversy, the end of the world controversy. Now, I heard that it was supposed to end 2000, the year 2000, January 1st, 2000. Nope, obviously it didn't happen, and also at the same time, all technology would just stop working. Nope, that didn't happen either. Then I was hearing 12, 12, 12, but before that I was hearing something in March or April, and at this point we had a host migration. Something in March or April, nope, didn't happen. 12, 12, 12, and as 12, 12, 12 came about, they changed it to 12, 21st, 12. I'm like, what happened to 12, 12, 12? But whatever the case, nope, that still didn't happen. Then 12, 21st came about, nope, didn't happen, and that's that. But as you can see, I dominated this game. That's what I'm talking about. Now I got one surprise for y'all, so stay tuned.
Yeah, you know who this is. This is Dash the Tru Inferno. And we about to crack this open and see how this work. Flip this open, like so. Gonna take it outside, give it a test drive, see if it's legit. This dragonfly thing right here. They're already set up. My metals, instructions, that, the controller, and there it is. Let's test it out, see if it's legit.
Ready for takeoff. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Optimus Prime. Malfunction. Malfunction. Wait a minute.
Put the lights on. This light is on. So why is it not moving? Zoom.
Look like the pilot has having technical difficulties.
I have no clue.
Wait a,
oh, there you go.
Whoa, wait. It's attacking. It's attacking me. I told you it's a Decepticon. Decepticon, run. Whoa, wait a. What? It's an alien. It's a freaking alien. It's a, oh my god, it's stuck. How you zoom? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's stuck. Oh my god. It is stuck. I don't think. Yeah. Oh my god. And it landed like a cat. Feet first. Look at it. This is freaky cool, man. Freaky cool. It's freaky Jason. Oh my god. It's hovering. That's freaking cool. Uh-oh. Wrong way. It flipped over. Abort! Abort! Whoa! Oh! It's falling apart. I don't think that was cool. I don't think that was cool at all. Look at it. Look at it. Oh no. Supposed to be going. It is?
Yeah. Oh, man, I was like, okay, there's a car. I'm still trying to figure out the rest.
Which one? Oh, you talking about? Oh yeah, the little.
The package that shit came out like a little while ago, but still, my shit not that bad.
This shit freaky, man. For real, that shit freaky as hell. Motherfucker still didn't touch the ground.
That shit run on charge or battery?
Charge. Hold on.
Yeah, that's still. Oh, hold it like that. Hold it like that. Then let it go.
Nah, I feel like I feel like a big ass kid. Oh.
I feel like a big ass kid.
We about to go back in there.
This is a Mr. Stackovi. To expect the cloud to be witness.
1,000 thread count sheets, mattress like a cloud. Woke up on another level, I ain't coming down. Before I even brush my teeth, I'm rolling up the loud. Trying to recollect what I did when I was downtown. A bunch of bitches on my niggas, yeah, it's going down. Glass elevator, take me to the lower ground. Smoking sour with the fresh flowers all around. 5-star living is the only thing my team allow. No stack, though, might move with no roof. Jump in and out of coops, sip lean from glass flutes.